Watching the Indianapolis 500 and printing a space station. Just something to do to use up some resin. I've been working on this model for years. It has zero detail to it. There's nothing to it yet. This is the volume part of the model build where you fill up the space with with all the various shapes so that you know how much room you're actually working with. When it comes to working out scale, there's a few mindsets to use. And in this case, I'm using an overall mindset instead of like with Skylab, where I actually work with a human figure. Everything's based on that human figure as far as relative scale. So when I measure something that's 3 by 3 by 3 feet, and I put it next to that human, it at least looks 3 by 3 feet, or the human, I should say, doesn't look like a giant or a displaced person unless I've made a midget, unless I've made a stunted person whose dimensions themselves are different. Say, dimension is a funny thing when it comes to models. A lot of people ask about scale. What scale is this? What scale is that? Well, the scale is when you measure it, whatever the division or multiplication is that makes it up. This could be 1/245th scale. It could be 1/184th scale. You know what I mean? It's around the 1/200th scale, but I haven't measured it because, well, I haven't finished it. So, and scaling this will just be a matter of putting the entire thing together, centering a center point, so my center point isn't in a off position, and then actually scaling it uniformly up. But that's because of the type of a model it is. Otherwise, the more sophisticated models literally have to be broken down part at a time. All of these parts have to be scaled. That has to be scaled. That has to be scaled. Just because you have to double check oodles of measurements to make sure you got it right. The fittings, how fittings are going to fit, and it's just a double checking on the scaling. Yes, theoretically, if everything is right, yes, you can scale it all up, but that's what you'd get for trusting the math in the end. Always, always, always double check your math. Always. I'm terrible at it. Always double check your math.